Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be giving my opinion on all the tracks from BTS's new album Arirang. Sorry for taking so long to upload this video, but I really wanted to have a clear opinion on all the songs, and with just 2 or 3 listens I couldn't do that. But anyway, here it is, so without anything else to say, let's get started. Since when do we not like Swim? I've seen people saying it's boring and that they don't want it as the title track. I'm not going to lie here or anywhere in this review. You know that if I don't like a song I'll say it, I have no problem with that. And here I have to say that I love Swim. I don't want to be that type of fan whose favourite song is the title track, but I think I am that person. It's not the most mind-blowing BTS song, not the kind that turns you into a fan instantly and makes you replay it until you get tired of it, but I really like it a lot. It's a calm song, but then the rappers come in and lift it just enough before going back to a more melodic vocal section. I don't know what people don't like about it, but I personally enjoy everything. My favourite part is Arma's verse when he rhymes with girl.
Girl, I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Oh, you ain't even gotta love me back, girl.
And in general, I really like the rap parts, but the pre-chorus and chorus are also really good. I like this kind of alternative pop sound, how they leaned into softer and calmer songs. The concept is very well thought out. The music video is very simple, but I feel like it tells the story really well. Something I didn't like at all is how they cut the song in the music video. You can tell the same story without interrupting the track. It's really not necessary to have 20 seconds of Lily Reinhardt suffering with no music or anything. And by the way, she looks gorgeous. I love Swim and seeing them dressed like sailors. Body to Body, I think it's an amazing track to open the album. Some people say it should have been the title track, and I kinda get why, but for me Swim is just better and totally deserves that title. It gives me nostalgic vibes. I think the vocals sound incredible from everyone, and my favourite part is the Arirang chants in the background. I watched the documentary and it blew my mind that they were unsure about including it, especially thinking about international fans who might not get it. Honestly, from the first listen, I thought it was a really cool detail, but I didn't realize how culturally meaningful it is for Korea until I looked it up, and it made it even better. Bang Si Hyuk, there aren't many things I'd thank you for, but you nailed this one. Thank you for including it. I also really like the instrumental and the vocals overall. Namjoon's rap stands out a lot too. I think he picks up the Arirang melody perfectly and carries it in a way that feels natural, not forced at all, with great flow. Also almost forgot the What You Need twin part.
I need what you need, twin. I need.
Having that be the first thing I heard from a BTS album after years of hiatus was insane. Nothing more to add. Hooligan is one of those songs I heard when I listened to the album for the first time, and I don't want to say it went unnoticed because that sounds kinda harsh, but songs like Body to Body usually hit more for me, so coming from that, Hooligan didn't stand out as much at first. The rap is amazing though, that's for sure, but when I watched the performance on Netflix I literally had to pause and stare into nothing, wondering how I didn't realize how majestic this song is. I think it was because the laughing parts aren't really my favorite and I don't feel like they add that much to the track. I'm still not fully used to that section, but now I actually like the song a lot. Also, I think the trends I get on TikTok helped a lot. People make dances and edits with things I like, and it just elevates the song so much. My favorite part is the beat drop. It's honestly insane. Aliens, I've seen that it's a song people appreciate more for the meaning than the sound itself. I don't agree at all. I think it's a good track, and obviously the way they address racism just makes it hit harder. The instrumental can feel a bit repetitive at times, but at some point it just gets stuck in your head and the flow is great. It's a song I like and enjoy, but it's not one of my top favorites either. The power this song has is unmatched, like nothing compares. I love everything. The way the vocals are harmonized with the rap. Insane. My favorite part has to be the pre-chorus, and if it's sung by Taehyung, even better. I genuinely think he really shined in this album, and I don't want to say it too loud, but this might be his era. This feels like the concert song, like you can tell they were making the album with the tour in mind, and this is clearly the track meant to hype up the entire crowd.
Fella, pop, 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 yeah, Kevin Ford's mine, we don't stop.
This is literally me during the doo-doo part. It's such a grower for me. It gets stuck in my head and just won't leave because it's that good, and the performance really elevates the song. Personally, I like it more than Fire, but they feel kinda similar, not in the instrumental or anything, but more in the concept and overall vibe. And I think that applies to a lot of songs on this album, which I actually love because it feels very reminiscent of their early era. Very too cool for school and dark and wild energy. I get the theory behind why they included it, but not really the execution. I always skip it, sorry armies, but I'm not gonna listen to silence for 2 minutes. I guess they prioritized concept over listenability, and I respect that, but like, a warning would have been nice. You told us 14 tracks, and it's basically 13 plus a silent audio. I know it's not actual silence, and that it's the sacred bell of the great King Seongdeok, and I do understand the symbolism behind it, but obviously I can't really review something I don't actually listen to. Merry-Go-Round, really solid service. This song feels more like Swim after having so many rap and hip-hop tracks in a row on the album. I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. My favorite part is the chorus, but outside of that I couldn't really tell you much about it. I don't remember it that well, so I guess it's a bit forgettable for me. I don't have much else to say. It's good, but probably one of the tracks I revisit the least. Sorry, Merry-Go-Round stands. When I first listened to the album, Normal was instantly my favorite track. I think it's a super catchy and easy to love song. I couldn't even pick a specific favorite part, probably the chorus, yeah, kinda basic again, but it's just that good, and the meaning behind the song hits hard too. It fits perfectly with what they were feeling while making the album, and also with how a lot of us have felt at times. That mental overload, and how it starts to feel normal just because you've been living like that for so long, even though it's really not normal at all the way we sometimes romanticize it. It's still one of my favorites, without a doubt. Like animals, I feel low-key like a wolf when I listen to this song. No idea why. It gives me Twilight vibes even though it literally has nothing to do with it. No clue where that came from. This is the kind of pop rock I like, but it's a bit too chill for me. The chorus feels kinda slow. Like I keep expecting it to speed up at some point, but it never really does. So it leaves me wanting more, and that's not really a good thing for me. I want the song to fully deliver on what it builds up. If it feels unfinished, it's a bit off. Looking back, it's one of the tracks I listen to the least. It just doesn't pull me back. Sorry. I saw people on Twitter using this song to say the album is bad, and I kinda get it based on the part they used. But please, They Don't Know About Us is actually really good. The chorus isn't really my thing. I feel like the background vocals are more interesting than the repetition of the title. But overall, it's a solid track. The production is amazing, and it helps make the album feel more complete, exploring new genres. Maybe there are moments where the auto-tune is a bit too much, but the lyrics fit so well with the whole vibe, especially since it's something very different from what BTS usually does, talking about how people say they've changed while they still feel the same. Chef's Kiss 8. I don't know why I thought this song would be super calm, and it kinda is, but it's way more upbeat than I expected, and I actually like that. It feels like a track that doesn't have a super strong BTS essence. But at this point in the album, they've already given so much of themselves that having a more straightforward, just dance and vibe kind of song works perfectly, and I'm here for it. I love how the song keeps building and gets better every second, ending in absolute perfection. Congrats, One More Night, you're actually perfect, I love you. This has nothing to do with anything, but please unlocked memories I hadn't revisited in a long time. From the very first listen, I loved it because it has that power to take you back to a moment in your life where you felt exactly like the lyrics describe. And every time I hear it, I like it even more. The vocal line really delivered this time. This, along with Normal, is their song, I think. It's the kind of track where you just show off everything. And the lyrics, again, flawless. I feel like I'm only saying good things about this album, but as you can see, I genuinely love it. And it's because of songs like this, so BTS, so exactly my taste. How could I even say anything bad? I think it's a really good song to close the album, but I'm not gonna lie, every time I listen to it I spend like a full minute just looking confused. I don't know what kind of filters they put on the voice, but did it really have to last that long?
Baby, you remind me.
Like 1 minute and 10 seconds of not understanding anything. The rest isn't bad, but it's just not a memorable track for me, probably because of that vocal effect that also comes back in the chorus. The only part I actually enjoy is the ending where everyone is singing together. It gives me really strong nostalgic vibes. I honestly don't think it'll ever grow on me. I like that it's on the album for people who enjoy it, but it's just not for me. The whole album feels very solid to me. I know some people absolutely loved it and would rate everything a 10 and others didn't like it at all. But for me the overall score is around 81. I really like it and I've been listening to it a lot during this week it took me to write the review. I think it shows a side of BTS we hadn't really seen before, and they definitely took risks. They knew that a lot of people who maybe follow them because they like songs like Dynamite or Butter might not vibe with this, which makes sense because the concepts are very different. But yeah, that's not me, I loved it. I'm really excited for the tour to start, and to see more performances of all these songs.
And this has been all. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, it would help me a lot. See ya.